going on, folks? Me, Mon Cloud Fetty, back at it. We're not going to let you down. We're here for another dope episode. Tonight's topic is called envy of other people's relationships.
Yes. It's a topic that we have to address. A lot of people get caught up in what they see, what they think it is, and whatever. Just seeing two beautiful people is cause for envy. And it's a really destructive thing, and you got to be careful, because sometimes those people that are envying you are people that you don't know, and they're people that you do know. So we're going to talk about it tonight. You want to kick it off?
I just want to say this one thing before I forget.
Okay.
What I'm noticing personally, which I don't think I've ever really discussed with you, and I can't prove it either.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go out on a limb. But from what I understand, there's a little bit of chatter going on about our relationship. Now,
Okay.
what's interesting is the people I know don't really know a lot about our relationship.
Yeah.
I don't divulge a lot about the relationship. So they can only come up with stuff in their head based on what they're envisioning.
Okay.
For example, me and you start this YouTube channel. Me and you do a lot of events, right? Lovey-dovey stuff, black love. A guy typically probably wouldn't come up with that stuff. Usually be a woman driving it, or some people might think that.
Yes.
So that's part of the chatter where, oh, his wife must be doing that. Oh, he doesn't come out that much. His wife must got him in the house. And, it's nothing to get mad. I ain't got to beat nobody up for it.
I got to be getting the blame.
Yeah, somebody got to get it, right?
Yeah.
And when they see me or I don't say much, they can't figure me out. So let's create something where it must be somebody else. It must be you or something.
Yeah.
So I find that to be very interesting, because there's not really a lot out there to really develop that type of assessment.
Yeah.
So then I had to just say to myself, that's envy, because their relationship isn't going well if they have one. So they have a preconceived notion, and I think also they don't understand what being married is all about.
Yeah.
Living with someone, keeping the peace in a household. I can't hang out every night and drink out every night and expect to have a wife at home after a while. It just doesn't happen. You have to find balance.
Yes.
You have to make time. Everybody has their own life. I want her to do her own thing, hang out with her homegirls. Same thing with me. I don't want you bothering me when I'm out with my homeboys. But we have to make time for each other. We have to make time for what's important. Me and you are going to be together forever. So that means it's constant work.
It is.
Like, we got to build together. We got to learn together how we're going to elevate. We got to brainstorm. We got to know that we determine our future, not other people.
Yeah.
Other people don't pay our bills. Even our parents, like everybody else's parents. They got a lot of opinions. But you know what? They're not dictating what's going on every single day. They don't know everything. So you got to be aware that other people's envy and other people's opinion in relationships.
Yeah. So to touch on that, you have to be, I think the direction we wanted to head in this video, well, what I was thinking is that you have to be very cautious of the people that you surround yourself with. Because sometimes the people you're surrounding yourself with, they envy you and you don't even know it. It could be your coworker, it could be your sister, it could be a parent, it could be your boy that you grew up with from kindergarten. It could be anybody, and you have to protect that energy, because you never know what's driving those people to tell you the things that they're telling you. Sometimes they're telling you, like, man, you doing that YouTube stuff, you're looking like a sucker. And then deep down inside, they want what you have. They want a wife that, caters to them and it makes them feel like a king and is lovey-dovey. They travel together. They go out all the time. They secretly want that, but they're going to try to spin it where, you know, you look like a sucker, and then next thing, a couple months, you see that person, they boot up, they got a relationship, you know, and you let them get in your head and mess up your energy and your relationship, and they doing what they was joking on you for. So the whole, you know, premise of this topic is to let people know to watch that shady energy, because I always tell my husband, like, you know, he's like, oh, you know, you should know me better. You should know me by now. I'm not saying, I'm not saying you know somebody 1,000%. Yes, we're married, been together for years, but I trust my husband. I wouldn't be with him if I didn't trust him. I trust him without a doubt, right? Until he were to show me different, I have no reason not to trust him. I'm not that type of person. I give people, you know, a chance until they show me something else. So I trust him. He hasn't shown me anything in the 6 going on 7 years to make me feel like I cannot trust him, right? The people I don't trust is the outside people, because I don't know them and I don't know their intentions, you know? So, for example, if he goes and hangs out, right, with his boys and there's women there, and, you know, in his mind is like, whatever, I got a wife, they see the wedding band, and the chick is there like, oh, yeah, you married? Oh, that's so sweet. Really? And then they trying to talk you up. He thinks like, oh, you know, she was just being nice. She was like, you're pretty. Watch that. I'm telling you, watch those chicks, because they secretly, I believe, want what you're offering me. It's like, damn, he's a cool dude, he's good looking, he got a wife, I want that. They stay talking to you, yeah, and they nice, but you gotta watch people's intentions. The same way people could see like, oh, you have a husband, y'all a beautiful couple, that don't mean that's gonna stop them from being attracted to me or shooting they shot or trying. And the way they try is by sneaking in subliminals or trying to infiltrate, pull information out of you, try to dig for things to turn you into a negative way, so you can start looking at things differently. That's why it's so important that you protect your energy. Manipulate big time. Because they secretly, they watching you, they scoping it out, they like, damn, this is a good looking couple. They look like they in love, they having fun. I want that shit. They're not going to tell you. But they're going to try to get in your head, try to get in your business. Oh, y'all don't have kids yet? Well, she don't want kids. Oh, you want kids, you want a family, right? You know, like, they'll use anything.
You better put your foot down.
They'll use anything that they find to manipulate you and throw your mind off track. When deep down inside, they really want what you have. So energy is important, because the envy is real. I'm not saying everybody's envying you, but you have to be cautious of that envy, because it could ruin your whole relationship. A lot of marriages and relationships break up off of other people's opinions. That's why you just don't give people an open door to your relationship.
Yeah, and that's messed up when you got something good going on and you letting, again, somebody's imagination influence what you got going on.
Yep.
You live with this person. I see this person every day. We understand each other. We're best friends. I'm going to let somebody on the outside question my thinking, and I'm supposed to know her more than the person on the outside. So how the outside mess it up? Obviously, we don't have something that's so tight.
Yeah.
If somebody from the outside is going to mess it up again with a comment or some type of speculation.
It's always a speculation. Like, for instance, he told me, like, you know, he had went out one time, and one of the friends, you know, that was there, I think a female, male, whatever. And, you know, they did refer to the YouTube thing like, oh, I know that's all your wife. Actually, this is all my husband. My husband is big on this YouTube page. He loves it. He loves going out there and talking to people and giving relationship advice. This is his driving thing. My thing is Mima Creations, you know, my makeup, my clients and stuff like that. This is his platform. This is his baby. That's why you're going to see him posting all the videos and posting it more than I do, because this is what he wanted us to do, you know, like, and as his wife, of course, I fully support. I'm joining right in. But the assumption is like, ain't no dude want to do YouTube. Like, why? Because they dealing with a dude that probably don't even hold their hand or show them affection. So in that person's negative mind, they're assuming that all men are like that. So now they put in the bug in his ear like, oh, that's your wife. You know, you got to be a man, put your foot down. It's like, well, no, actually, he's the one who wanted to do the YouTube channel. But
About
because
dudes hiding their women too.
exactly, so she's probably with a dude that don't want to commit or was hiding her, so she's got a negative outlook. So there's no way possible he could be wanting to do YouTube because men just don't do that. No, the men you dating don't do that.
You gotta have courage. If you don't want to go all the way, don't do it.
You know, the example is just to show how people try to get in your head. You know, just because they have a skewed image of what things should look like and what they should be.
You let her talk to you like that? And it
Talk
could be
like
nothing.
what?
You could be like, remember you said you was gonna take out the trash. Like I said, I was. So what kind of way are you talking to me?
Yeah. Just watch all of those things. I mean, our pastor tells us all the time, like, whatever happens between the marriage, you gotta keep that between y'all. Not even your parents you need to be telling. Because everybody's opinion will start to affect the relationship.
Get you to question. All of a sudden, you wondering when
Exactly.
It's already been discussed. There's already been understanding. The fact that I've been with her for so long, she knows that when I come home, what I'm gonna do, what I'm not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that same thing with her. So that's why you live with somebody, get an understanding. You work things out. So that's why when I moved in with you, I treated it like a marriage. So when we got to the marriage, it was already a system set in place. It wasn't anything else to much learn.
Yeah. But I think this is a very deep topic because a lot of chicks, they like to run their mouth. And sometimes your homegirl is hating on you. She really envy you. She wants that job that you have. She wants to know why you're VP and she's still an assistant. You know, she wants the husband and the kids and the nice house and wonders why she's not where you are. And when you running back, venting to her like, man, you know my husband, he came home at 2 o'clock. Girl, you sure he was really out? Then that's where the plug comes. Why? Because she's trying to sabotage. Because she really hating. She really jealous of what you have. So she's going to use that little open window that you just gave her by feeding her information. And now she's going to run and dig a knife into it. And now have you all messed up looking at your man sideways and feeling insecure. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where the friends are right. I'm not saying. But you have to watch when the advice, if it's coming from a clean place or it's coming from a place of envy. And
or if it don't make sense.
Exactly. And sometimes that advice is not coming from a genuine place. It's like, I want you to be where I am. I want you to be miserable like me. So anything you tell me, I'm going to make it 10 times worse. Because you can't just be happy and I'm miserable all the time. The envy. I'm telling you, the envy will make people do some crazy, ugly things. And in your head, you're like, nah, man, this is my brother, or this is my sister, or this is my friend. And they secretly all along want your life, or they wanted, something that you have. So you gotta watch that. You gotta watch what you tell people, because they're gonna use it against you, or they're gonna try to work it against you and make you start thinking crazy or thinking differently than you.
Especially as time progresses, because I think a lot of people, they don't mean harm necessarily directly. I think as time goes by and they see that it's really real, then that's when it's like, wow, this is like, harsh reality. I knew that I'd be upset if he or she were to get a strong relationship before I do. But relationships come and go. So in the beginning, it's all good. I'm happy for you. But now you've been together 20 years and you're thriving.
It wasn't supposed to happen that way.
All right, we got to pay attention to that. We may lose some friends 10, 20 years from now when we got everything set up and the empire is built. So, it is what it is. It's part of the game. I'd rather get rid of those people early.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And another part of the topic is, I tell him all the time, like, women know women. And he'll tell me men knows men. Right? So it's like envy. Men know men, women know women. Because certain things we see as innocent, a man knows that it's not innocent. And the same thing vice versa. I'll be like, that's not innocent. She's shooting her shot. Women shoot their shot in a different way. A man is just going to be straight up like, I know you married and all, but I think you're pretty. You want to have a friend? Yeah. And a woman will do it like, hey, so I'm new here, or you want to go to lunch together?
Don't get me started on that subject, okay? Y'all come from an angle which, as far as I'm concerned,
they're not direct with it.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not a good angle. To me, it's not a good strategy.
It's not, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Depending on who you're dealing
with. I'm a very direct person, so...
You're also a man.
By telling me I dropped a quarter down the block...
Listen,
when you really want to go out to lunch with me, like, no.
Men, I feel
I'm going to dismiss it. I'm sorry.
I feel like men by nature are impatient. Y'all want quick results. So you're not going to just strategize, well, today I'm going to drop my bag
if you really,
and
really
see.
Like her. If you really like her.
You're not doing all that.
If you Barack Obama, maybe you'll do that, but...
Yeah, you're not really going to strategize. You're just going to come straight out and be like, you want to go hang out? You want to go get a drink? You're just going to get to the chase. Women are not like that. They'll plot and think and plot for years, go back and forth.
Scary.
It is scary. So sometimes, he'll come in and be like, she was really nice, I think she started following you.
She offered to help us out, It's crazy.
She can't help me. She can't.
She tells me about things that guys do, and I'm like, that's my move. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
We know those things, It's just
it's
the oldest trick in the book.
We see things differently.
You know what? From a guy perspective, some are straight up disrespectful.
Yeah.
And maybe, obviously they want what I got, or they think they better for the job. Me, all right, they in their own lane. But then you have others that are gonna shoot their shot and see how strong it is. If I want somebody to, I'm gonna shoot my shot. If they allow me to get in there, then cool, it's part of the game. Apparently it wasn't as strong anyway if you let me get in there. So that I understand. Men are going to be men when it comes to that. But the ones that see us all over YouTube, wait for me to go to the bathroom so they can holler at you. Those are snakes. They got to be dealt with
There's women like that too.
Yeah, like, just trying to mess up what you got because they don't want to see nothing good going on. Or they trying to steal what you got. Nobody got time for that, especially when things going well. Now, if things are mediocre and it's not that great, it's a false facade.
No, but that's when they're going to try the hardest because people, when they see other people thriving and happy, it's like, I want that. I want that so bad. So that's when they really going to try to be like, let me see if this is strong as they say it is. Let me see if I could test the waters. And there's some people, not us, but there's some people that's weak, that they give in, you know what I'm saying? And it does play on their mind. And they may feel like, there's some women that require a lot of attention, right? I'd say that, of course, I love attention like any other woman. I know I am very independent, but I do love attention. But there's some women that may be a little more needier than me, you know what I'm saying? And they may
a lot of women out there like that.
They may give in to another dude giving them attention. And it's not that their husband or their partner is not paying them any mind. They just like that extra attention. They need to be speaking to somebody.
And some people is not willing to give all that extra attention. I'm not willing to give all that extra attention. Like you a child, well, I got to hold your hand. And we grown, right? We over 30 years old. And you talking about you lonely. Meanwhile, I got things to do.
What?
I was just hanging out with you. So I gave you time. You want extra time.
He talking real tough, okay? Because he be like, it's kiss time. Like, he likes the attention.
Listen, no names. I know somebody
Lord Jesus.
that was going to get ready to go to the barbershop because they needed a haircut. And their woman said, no, let's cuddle. 2 weeks later, he still ain't got no haircut.
What's wrong with kid?
And he lived with the
Where
person.
Where you come from with this story?
No, I'm just saying, those are the extra needy. I'm not doing all that.
But, you cannot knock people for being needy. Listen, maybe he's needy too, so it works for both of them. But
needy needs needy.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that if you shoot your shot with somebody who needs a lot of attention, it might.
Good luck.
Yeah,
know what you're signing up for.
It might work.
Know what you're signing up for.
But if you're a resilient person that's like cool with standing alone or either or whatever, it may not. You may not be so successful, but there's some women and some men that everybody likes getting attention. Let's keep it real, right? Everybody wants to feel wanted and stuff like that.
Go for the ego.
Right? Yeah. He'll tell me like, yo, I went out And some girls try to talk to me, or she's tried to talk to me for her friend. And I had to be like, yo, I'm married, mess up their game. But I'm sure it made him feel good for the night to know that he's still desired, right? Who's not going to feel good
What
like
makes
that?
me feel good is when you reach out to me to see how I'm doing. That's how I feel good. I don't care about nobody else.
I know, you know what I mean, though. But nobody wants to feel like they're not desired. That's the whole thing with Steph.
You want to know you on
Steph
point.
Curry, right? His wife.
Yeah.
I know it got blown up, and it looked really bad. But I think at the end of the day, she was just trying to say like she wants to feel like she's still desired. I ain't nobody gonna talk to her because of course she's a superstar, and her husband is Steph Curry. So they ain't trying to shoot their shot. I mean, only a fool would. And I don't know that she would be leaving Steph Curry for whoever trying to shoot their shot. So either way, I guess she misses that attention, and guys trying to talk to her because all of that is gone because she's a married woman. But there's some people that works on. So you have to be very cautious of who you keep around you and who you tell your business to, who you confide in, who you share your energy with. Because a lot of these people, you don't know.
I learned a valuable lesson. The less you know, the less you could create.
Very true. Oh, they'll create stuff too. Like she don't never talk about
imagination.
She never talk about her relationship. Maybe she getting abused. No, because y'all nosy, and I don't want y'all to talk about my business or try to create stuff. So
I noticed you hardly come out. You out tonight.
Yeah. Oh, his wife probably don't let him out.
Not realizing that I'm the only child. I told him I got a nice backyard deck and a nice space or whatever. I could save money and just chill. Y'all ain't going nowhere. But ignore the facts.
Yeah, but people, they hate. The worst thing you could do to somebody is ignore them. They hate when you're not coming to them and confiding and telling your business, because then it leaves so much room to create stories. So it's like...
Seems so perfect. Everybody got their issues. But I think, again, the strength of the relationship will be put to the test when you work out certain things within that relationship. And you handle it. And you keep it, you take care of home first. You straighten it out. Go through ups and downs. As long as it's not constant, toxic, and it's problems, then, rely on each other to get you out of a relationship versus somebody else's opinions. Other than that, it never was really that strong to begin with. That's all that proves.
So, to wrap it up, be very cautious of envious people. They come, in disguise of all people. It could be anybody that you know. You got to be very cautious of who you tell certain things to. And sometimes you don't have to say anything. Just the way you look, the way you in love, people envy that. So try not to give them...
Too much ammunition.
Exactly. Give them as little as possible, like he said. But be careful of that energy you keep around you, because it can make or break your relationship. And I feel like a lot of people who are going through the struggles or the cheating and all that stuff is because they let other energies infiltrate in their relationship.
That makes it worse.
So, envy. It's a demon. Watch out.
That's right. But y'all have a good night. Stay tuned for more episodes.
Subscribe.
Like, share,
comment,
questions, suggestions of topics in the future. Please continue to put that, and we will definitely consider it. All right? You guys have a great night. Wish you a great week. Happy Thanksgiving in advance.
Signing out.